You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and I get to dig for dinosaurs. And I'm going to dig for a Tyrannosaurus Rex in this excavation kit from the Lost World Jurassic Park ExploraToy, ages 8 and up. Now, this is an older item, found secondhand. It's from the 90s, I believe. I'll have to confirm that. Let's read the back. Now, it looks like there's 6 sets, and we have one of the 6. Let's read it here. Paleontologists aren't the only ones that can dig up dinosaur bones. Now you too can excavate your own fossils and piece together a part of Jurassic history. You'll have hours of fun. Hours. I wonder if this is going to take me hours. Chipping and brushing away the earth with authentic tools. After the dig, you can create your own display piece, collect all 6 sets, and build your own dinosaur museum. All right. Step 1, dig carefully to reveal your prehistoric dinosaur skull. Step 2, your excavated fossil bones. Step 3, paint and preserve your dinosaur. Step 4, your finished Jurassic T-Rex. And there's a little fact there. Look, dino fact. Probably the most ferocious hunter that ever lived, the T-Rex had teeth over 6 inches long. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me come back. I'm going to get out of the box, lay it all out so we can check it out and see all the pieces to this set. Well, here we go. Here's everything in the kit. So we have 2 sets of paint. Now, it's from 1997 is what I figured out there. 1997. So I'm not sure the paint is good, but we'll test that later. I don't need it right away. You get your paintbrush. This little replacement card program. So if you want to replace it, but, you won't be able to use that now. It's an older item. Discover the world of dinosaurs. Join the official Jurassic Park Dinosaur Club. And then here's my instructions. You get these safety glasses. Let's see, safety glasses. Let's open them up. They look pretty cool anyway as glasses. Don't they look pretty cool? And then you have this plastic mold. Now, read a little bit. You're going to need items because you got to take glue and water, mix that, and then all the stuff you chip out of here becomes your base. So then you remold that. And then here is the block. Ooh, wait, the tools. So I have metal tools. And this is pretty heavy. This is a nice hammer, too. I might be able to use this in future videos for hammering candy and stuff. Look at that. It's pretty solid. And you're going to be chipping away, right? And then here's the block. Now I'm going to get a tray in here, so I'm not ready to start just yet. Wear eye protection, but I want to look at it and feel it and see what it is. Okay, look at that. So I don't want a mess here. I'm trying to be as clean as possible. Ooh, all right. So this is what it looks like. Ooh, it's already starting to. It's just stuff that was in there. And it's fallen off. So I got to start chipping away. I'm going to start. We'll see how long it takes. And then we'll just go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, tools are in hand. My hammer and then my chisel. So here is the chiseling end. I give you a little bit more height here so you don't... So you see the whole tool and everything. And then they say use the brush a lot. The brush away. Start at the top and just start picking away. So here we go. Let's see. Alright, I get it. They say don't rush. Take your time because you can crack the bone on the inside. Let's see. Let me read a few things to you. Here, I'll just hold it there and read as I go. Start your dig where you don't need to worry about a mess. Okay. That's an affirmative. The sand will vacuum easily. Spread a sheet and position the dino stone containing the fossil on the sheet. Okay, I'm using this tray. That's why I got this tray. Put your safety goggles on. I check, and you're ready to your dig. Start your dig near the top and work your way down to the bone. Okay. It doesn't say the outside edge. I prefer starting out. See, inside not good. I'm going to work my way around this edge. And then you must be careful to avoid breaking the bones. Brush the loose sand grains onto the plastic sheet. Aim the chisel away from the bone. Okay. Not directly in, so you're kind of just chiseling away. And hammer the chisel. Don't hammer the chisel very deep. So you don't want to just keep smashing in like that. And don't hammer the, okay, so you won't break the bone. Take your time like a trained dinosaur collector would do. Use a brush frequently to remove the sand. All right, so when we get closer, we'll be kind of doing, you see that? Ooh, look. There's a piece of bone. So I must be careful right there as we go in now. We are exposing more of the bone. Let's brush it away. Look from this angle, see? We have made contact. All right, let's keep working. We can move this now. Sorry, it's kind of a nuisance. So let's flip it over. It says, scrape near the bone to remove the matrix sandstone from near the bone. Remove the last few grains. Be careful not to damage the bone. Do not pry the bone free. So you want to just take your time. So that's what I'm doing. I wonder if they're all different, like they place them in different. So no two are exactly the same where they place it. Okay, no new bone showing just yet. Let's just keep going, working our way on the outside is what I'll do. Little pieces of metal. I feel like I'm near something for whatever reason, the way it's changing the sound. Let's see. Let's get this piece out. Now, if you've watched our videos before, you'll realize that I don't do any time, speeded up time, anything to kind of, unless it's like a slime or something. Why? Because I don't know. I mean, all of a sudden, bing, it's done. I kind of like the chiseling and the chipping and the excitement of talking and the pieces being exposed. Ooh, am I sensing something here? Did I hit? Ooh, look at that. See, I think there's something in that section. Maybe not. Hard to tell. I won't know till I keep going. Okay. I'm assuming like right on this outside edge there won't be a lot, so. Okay, keep turning and chiseling and turning and chiseling. I'm still getting some that's shooting out further into the, you know, the area I'm in. I keep turning my tray. I just need to turn this, don't I? So I'm working on this edge now. I'm kind of working my way on the outside edge. Let me go from this way. You can see the little granules fly around. Okay, now I want to be careful over here because remember now, there's some bone over here. Ooh, look at that. So that's kind of neat because I'm coming from this direction. I put my elbow down on the tabletop, right onto a grain of sand. This is a good time for the brush. Okay. This kind of turns this way. I see more bone here. Clear that out. It's like a little indentation there. See it? Okay, so I don't want to work my way under that. And keep working. It's kind of nice I have something that I'm following now, I guess. Your instinct is just to want to take it and just go fast as possible. Because you're excited about getting in there. Okay, brush. What piece do we have here? Okay. Ah, the dig is going well. And it's so hot in here, I feel like I'm in a dig. Kind of just hit it from here and see if we can. Ooh, look at that. That was nice. That was a big chunk here. Ooh, big chunk of sand. Now let's just look at that. Ooh. Kind of get what's going on now. I'm finding my way. And I keep putting my elbow down on pieces of sand and it hurts. Kind of funny. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep going, but I keep brushing it away from my elbow. See, again, you just want to just hammer a big chunk away and say, oh yeah, here we go, quicker, quicker, like that. Be careful there. I'm going to come in from this way just a little, see if I can get that to break off. There we go. Okay. Now, speaking of speeding up the video, we get comments here and there on videos quite often, especially on the longer ones. Why don't you edit this all out? Well, my philosophy is this. You make the video, and 3 years from now, I want to look at all that information. If I cut out all that stuff, the talking and just the process, then it's gone forever. You can't add it back in. But with YouTube, you can always skip. And we put times in the descriptions on all these longer videos. If you look in the description, you'll see times. If you want to just see chiseling done, go in there and look and click it. You can advance the video. I can't add the video back in once it's up on YouTube. That's it. Now, storage of data. That's another topic, because now imagine all the video over the last 4 years. It's hard to keep all that. So when I make a video now, in 4 months, that raw footage is something that we try to store and keep. So we have multiple terabits. Probably my PC alone has probably 14 terabits or more of storage. Okay, we're getting there. Check it out. I'm just going to keep going. Let's get this big chunk going here. Then we can get this whole corner if I chip it out carefully. Ooh, look at that. Did you see it move? Let me get my little tool here and kind of slowly. There we go. No, I thought the whole thing was ready to go. There we are. See? Okay, let's get this. Okay, let's just take a look at where we're at. Took my glasses off there for a second. Oh, I see teeth. Now I see how this is laid out. So now you get a good idea the direction. Okay, glasses back on. Look at this here. This is the top jaw. Let me move this a little bit closer here. Ooh, did that come out? I felt like it was moving. I don't want to chip away a tooth. I'm afraid to go too close now. There we go. We've isolated him. Okay, so I don't have to worry about his teeth now. Let me chip away here on this back end here. Now I can do this and slowly work this piece of the jaw out. Okay, all right. Nice. Remember, they said don't pull it out, so I'm not going to pull it out. But let's get this chunk out. And keep working now. maybe an hour to get this whole thing out. What do you think? I don't know how long it's been. Oh, there we go. That was perfect. Come on, buddy. Have you exposed any more bones? Okay. Everything's out. So there is my first piece. We'll set that there. That's exciting. Okay, so let's look here. Now we can see if we... Ooh, we've isolated another piece. See? I don't know how many pieces in total there are. That's the question. The 2 pieces, and then this is the bottom jaw, and then that's it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get this chipped away right here. Okay, yeah, I see jaw piece. This doesn't look like one piece. Like this would be the bottom jaw and that would be something else. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's just see. Let's get some of this piece out here. See what's going on here? I'm guessing this stuff here we don't need. Let's get this. Ooh, I don't like that position there. Let's keep going here. Like a little machine. Okay. Ooh, that gritty sound, sorry. Let's see if I can move this stuff out of the way. Slide it down. Okay. And then that's a little flatter now for me. We'll put you up in the dig site. This may end up being the longest video ever. I don't know. Depends on how much I do of the painting and all that. I'm just moving to a new spot. You get spots like that, it's like harder. Definitely near the center part. We are going in. Little metal shavings from my tool coming off somewhere. I'm not sure. All right. going here. Let's see. Maybe if I tack it this way a little bit now. Here we go. Not as easy to hit. It seems to be a little moving around a little bit more. It's not the best angle for me. Doesn't that look like two pieces there, doesn't it? Hard to tell. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Okay. Okay. All right. That's nice. Check that out. So I think I can work this way now safely. Hopefully it will come off like the last one. Not much coming off there when I wipe it down. Let us chisel away. Let me see if I want to change my angle of attack. Probably down here now. Let's get this. Ooh. Look at that now. Let's see if I can get that cleared out. Hoping it just pops off. That came out nice. Look at that. So that is the bottom jaw. Okay. This should just nicely come out. Okay. Making some progress here. Still got quite a bit to go. What I think I'm going to do is take a quick break here, cool down my room a little bit, come back. You'll see it just like this, and I'll continue the process. All set. Glasses on. I took maybe a 10-minute break. It wasn't that long. Okay, working my way around. That's all I can do, just slowly pick away at it. Does help to get that little brush in there. Okay. Let's see, angle of approach. Let's get some of this out here. I think that'd be a good spot to chip away at. Because that'll help break up the back of this a little. This piece here now. See? Which way to go? Which way to go? So this is probably taking up a good section here. So maybe if I keep chipping away at the top, it'll break away at some point. Yeah, I kind of want to go this way, I think. Stuff flying everywhere. Oh, I put my elbow down. That hurts. Ouch. Okay, so if it's sitting like that, I'm just going to keep going. Oops, wrong way. The heat is getting to me. See, I'm kind of chipping away this here in hopes that that whole top piece will pull away now. Okay. Just keep working my way around. Let's see if I can go this way now. Change my position. I'm just twisting my hammer and kind of moving it in different positions. Ooh, wasn't expecting that to happen there. Oh, okay. Almost got it chipped out here. Here, chip off the old block there, T-Rex. I'm not liking my angle. This time I'm going to move it out of the way where my elbow is. It seems when I have it like this, and this is resting here, like my pinky, I can hold the block down better. When I try to bring it up here, it is harder. It moves more. Kind of notched out this section here in hopes that the top piece would just come off, but I think we have, oh, there we go. Ah, mission accomplished, just like that. When I nurtured it around that little edge there. Okay. Very cool. This is a spinal piece. Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, so it fits like that. So that is where we're at. All right, let me give you a nice shot of that. I kind of feel disappointed. I was trying too hard to chip around that one area there. But it worked. So I think we have time. I think I'm going to clean up my tabletop, come back, and then move on to the next set of steps. Okay, so it says, remove all sand from your fossil and wipe with a damp cloth. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I kind of wet this here, and it probably just takes off any of the little residue. Look, when it's wet, it kind of gets a little darker and gray. Clean up the loose dino stone, which I did, because you're going to save that for later, which I read earlier. The first step in painting your fossil is to use the light beige color. I'm assuming that's the light beige. It says, add a couple of drops of water to your beige paint until the mixture is thick like pancake batter. Use your brush to paint all fossil parts. Next, use your brown paint, which would be this one, and then last with the black paint. So we are good. All right, so a little bit of water. Put the plastic down here, so they give you quite a bit of this. Let's just see. Remember, it's from 1997, and it's still good. A couple drops of water, all right. Water, water. Let me start with the easiest of the parts. The smallest, that is. Now there's multiple steps to this, so I'm just kind of going to have to do this, let it dry, come back. And they didn't tell you how to glue it together. You're supposed to glue it together or not. I'll have to read that. I said this part is really up to you. However you want to paint it, you want to do multiple coats, do multiple coats. You want to spend more time on the detail, I guess you can. This is like the base layer. Then you start adding your colors as you go, I guess. Here we go. All right. That looks cool. Let's do this one here. Just set it here. Painting my fingers. Can you see that okay? Let me tilt this down a little. I wonder if that's why they give you two of these colors, because you're going to need it. Okay, I think I'm going to need it. Well, I got some in here. Let me try to get as much as I can with the first one. Okay, here we go. Couple drops. right. Part 2. Now, the top of his head. Lots of little crevices. I'm going to make sure I get the whole top at least, because it doesn't look like there's enough to, maybe it's dried out a little. I don't know if I have any other natural paint in the house. So I want to make sure I get this outer part at least. That's looking pretty good. So let me flip this around this way and get this side here. It's been kind of fun. I think I like the chiseling part the most. I'm not the best at painting. It's not my favorite thing to do. I guess if I was better at it, maybe it would be, but okay, I want to at least get this. Because this you'll be able to see. I just need a little bit more. I mean, I like to have a lot more, then I can really make sure I'm getting all the crevices in here. Alright, I'm out of paint. I will see if I can find more, but otherwise I gotta let this dry. I guess it's okay. I mean, it is supposed to be an old fossilized remain. And then I will come back and move on to the next step. Alright, I mixed up some new tan by taking yellow. Ooh, that goes on better, doesn't it? Brown and white. So I thought I would at least give this a little extra coat down here. I like the way that looks better anyway. I think my paints were just old, so that's probably why. Alright, so when I come back, now that this coat is on and needs to dry, I will do the next layer. I might touch up a little bit more of this piece, but we'll see. Alright, that looks better. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so that step of the process, I've got them all nice and even. I filled in a few of the pieces that needed just a little bit more, and then I kind of evened it out. And then the next step, it says, next use your paint, the brown paint, and mix it with water until it is thin like milk. Alright, so let me add some water in here. Thin like milk, what does that mean, thin like milk? So the other one was couple drops, so I'm going to add a little bit more in here to kind of thin this out. It says brush this mixture onto your fossil as thin and will cover large area. Do not paint in the eye sockets or other areas of your fossil that look like pebbly sand. Okay, so let's just start on this piece. I don't see any areas that are pebbly sand, and I'm going to be sort of, uneven and missing stuff just to purposely give that effect, How's that? That's looking cool. So basically we're just going in layers. Pebbly sand. I think that, like, this area here is the pebbly sand that they don't want you to do. They want that to remain light. There, how's that? Is that a nice added effect there? Can you tell from that distance? Here, let me hold it up. So that's that piece. Okay. So let's stay out of the areas with pebbly sand and just kind of work on the outside of that. Doesn't say anything about his teeth, so I'll just do them. That's all pebbly sand there. Let's get this side. Well, you know what? I can hold it right from in here, and that'll help. Try not to touch it. And there's still one more layer of paint, so after this dries, then I will go to that layer. I got a little bit in his pebbly spot. Now his nose area. That does kind of add like a rustic, bony look to it, doesn't it? Okay. Now pebbly areas, see, those are in these little areas, so it's going to be kind of like anything that's raised. Looking pretty cool. I think those are pebbly areas. Let me get the bottom section. Just keep going, just keep going. So it's been an interesting project so far. I was kind of not disappointed. I was kind of let down when it broke apart at that ending so much, because I was kind of having fun chipping away at it. I mean, I did make the ultimate goal to get it all done. I have no idea yet how long it took. I haven't even looked at that video. I just kept going here, and I'm going through the next step. I haven't done any editing to what was there. I still have to mix up the glue stuff and then coat this whole thing. So there's actually one more step with the dark paint, and then the step with the glue. You cover this whole thing in a glue solution to kind of give it a glossy shine and a seal. That's what they said, it seals it all in. One more side. Alright, so when this dries, I will come back with the black, and that kind of darkens it all in. Not sure where the black is going to go yet. I didn't read that far. Just going to clean this up in areas. Alright, so I think we're pretty good. There's a little touch up back here. So when I come back, I will be doing the next color. It's looking pretty cool right now, isn't it? Let me just show you the pieces so far, okay? There's one. There is two. And there is three. See, it's kind of got that weathered kind of look to it. Maybe I can zoom in right to those. How about that? There. I will be back. Alright, my fossil pieces are still drying in the background. Thought I should get to the base part because that takes 6 hours to dry. So I was just kind of going through my sand to see if there was any super big chunks and breaking those up. And then they want you to measure it out so you know how much you really need for your base. Ooh, look at that, almost a little too much. Okay, so there's my base. Let me get rid of the rest of this. Okay, and then I'll put this back in my bowl so I know the exact amount. And then, let's see, mix 1 tablespoon of water. And 4 tablespoons of white glue. That's a lot of glue. 1, 2, 3. I have another tub sitting off to the side. 3. And let's see, can we squeeze 4 out of this? It'll be really close. I would say that's good. Plus what's left in the spoon, or measuring spoon. Okay, so mix that until it is well blended. Alright, I'll have to wash that out later. I'm going to actually use the back of my paintbrush. Okay, pour half the sand. Okay, wait, so that's the next step. Mix glue and water together until well blended. Fill the plastic sand form with the sand you saved. Okay, did that. Dispose of the remaining sand. Okay. Pour half of the sand from the plastic form into the glue water mixture and mix well. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to make a quick switch here. So what I'll do is I'll put the sand in something else. Half of it, I'll pour it on the lid. I have the lid handy. Okay, I would say that's mixed well. All right. Then I'll take some of the sand out. So half of the sand mixture. Okay. And I put all of that in there. Okay, so mix this. Making a nice glue slurry, huh? Alright, this glue will dry clear. Okay. Now pour the rest of the sand in. Here we go. So it says blend until sand has a shiny appearance. And look at that. It kind of does have a, look at that nice sandy mixture. Then it says put the sand back in the stand. Pack down flat. Make sure it's well compressed. And then let stand for 6 hours. So that's why I decided to do this now. Okay, so let's bring this back. Ooh, look at this. This will be cool. With the bones in the background, the fossilized bones. I'll pour this in here. Then this step is set. There we go. Look at that. All right, I'm going to come back then. And this will sit for 6 hours. And when I come back, I'll finish painting. Okay, we've made it this far. Wow. How many people have stuck to this point and watched the whole process? I'm not sure. So now 2 parts paint to 8 parts water. I'm not sure exactly how to calculate that. So I figured I would just put some water down and some paint down and kind of just have this slurry here with more water than anything. And then use this. It's supposed to be really light, it said. This should look like colored water, so it's very thin. Okay, I think we got quite a bit of water in there. Let's get this set. Now it said brush this in spots. You don't have to do the whole thing. But I think the areas where it's inset, I might do some in there. I'm just going to do that and kind of thin it out. It's actually starting to take shape. It's looking pretty cool. Very watery and thin. I like that. Okay. I'm not going to hit the back of that just yet. I'll get this set and then I can touch it up later. This just kind of gives you, I guess, a little accent, right? It's still, I can't find anywhere where it tells you how to put it together. It doesn't give you any information on that. I think it's supposed to be pieces, so you don't actually glue anything. And then like that, if you don't like that, it says just take a little towel and dab it. It says don't wipe, just kind of dab it and it'll kind of fill in the void. See that? Last piece. I didn't do the underside of that first piece, but I'll get to that. I'll do it. So if you don't like it, just wipe it off or dab it off and do it a different way. So that went on a little bit darker than the other stuff, so I'm just going to kind of touch that. So both sides of that are done. Let me just flip him over like that and get some of this, and we will call this a wrap. Okay, I think I like that unevenness, so that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Okay, and then this is going to go in here. Maybe it just sits like that and stays in. What do you think? I think I need to get just a little bit more darkness over here. All right, my base is drying. This is drying, so I'll check back in about 6 hours, like they say, and we'll do the next step. Well, here we go, the final stages. Now I need to cover all this in a solution of glue and water. So it's equal parts glue to equal parts water. Now the base, I need to turn out and put on something flat. So I'll do that after I get this set here. I have it in the video just so you could see it. The top half is dry. Now what's going on is the rest of it is not dry because you're supposed to put your bones on top of it and let them set in there and push down. So that's what locks it in. So I still have to do that part. So here we go. And now equal parts. Okay, I'll wash that later, and then we'll just mix this up, this little glue solution. They say this kind of seals it and also gives it a glossy shine. Okay, I think we are good. Here we go. Let's start with the littlest of pieces, just to see how this coats. See how everything looks? It's got like the black is deeper in there, and so it says wipe it on and then wipe off the excess. So I'll just try to maybe go lighter here. Spread that all around now. It's really started to take shape, I think. It's been a fun process. Have I said that a few times? It's been a fun process? Yes, it has. And this is looking pretty neat. You see it now? It's starting to have that glossy look to it. My fingers are going to get that glue layer on them. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right, next is this piece. I've been doing these in stages by size, so I'll wipe off the excess and give it a little wipe down when it's all set. I'm not too sure about the base. It really does seem wet on the underside. The top has dried. So I think taking it out now lets the rest dry, but I don't know too much about it holding its shape. It sure doesn't look like it to me. Hey, look, he had a cavity there. Missing a tooth. What do you think? It definitely looks glossy. Okay, next the bigger piece. Gotta make some room on this plastic. It's a plastic bag, that's what I had handy. That looks cool, look at that. But a little dark underneath. But when they sit on top of each other, I think they match pretty good, the tops. Just kind of, you know, working it around and one more side. It didn't say like do multiple coats or anything. I'm wondering if you do another coat, will it really be super glossy? There we go. I know it looks sloppy, but I'm just kind of, or it looks like I'm putting it on sloppy, but yeah, I'm just trying to cover in all the little holes and getting little crevices. Getting his nostrils. There we go. That is set. Now, as far as wiping it off, I have a little towel handy. I'll just give it a little wipe. Okay, I'll just give this a, I think it gets the extra of the little crevices out. Okay, look at that. Nice and glossy looking. So let's move this out of the way. Now they want this on a flat surface. Move all my tools out of the way. Yeah, let's just see. Oh, look at that. Okay. So it's like a layer of skin there. Now this technically is supposed to dry for 24 hours after you get it out. So it's got a lot of drying to do. Let's just see. Oh, cool looking. It's definitely mushy. It's not holding its shape. I might have to rework this with my hands. Alright, tell you what I'm going to do. I'll let it sit. As you can see, it's still very wet. It's supposed to sit on this flat surface, so I'm going to just let it settle. I see now it's pulling away from the top here. starting to get air bubbles here, so I'm gonna let it settle, come back and check it in a little bit. But for now, I am set, and I'll have to give you a final presentation. So let me come back. All right, I didn't wait too long because I just went ahead and look. There we go. So we know that the bottom is dry. So I'm just gonna kind of form this a little bit better, because remember now, this is supposed to stick in there. And what I'll do is I'll probably put a fan on it. And then from here, it's a full 24 hours of drying. So I'm going to have to wait another day before I can give you the finished product. Okay, I would say that's pretty good. It actually says, let's see. Put sand blend, okay, and then after 6 hours, place a board or piece of stiff cardboard. Flip it over, set down so board is now on bottom. Carefully remove plastic sand form. Carefully set the lower part of your dinosaur skull into the sand. Do not push the skull hard into the sand. You can only need a small pit for your skull to rest firmly into the stand. So you're not going to like jam it in there, but you're going to give it enough so that it sits. So basically what I think is happening is this is gluing itself in. Okay. And then here is this. Okay, and then here is this. And I'm just going to let this sit on the board. This will just hang there, kind of balances itself and locks in. All right, there is my almost final presentation. I'm going to let this sit a little bit now, get some air to dry, and then when I come back after 24 hours, hopefully it's all set. All right, there we are. I'm going to say it came out great. Let me just give you a quick spin on my spinner here so you can see all the sides. A couple things I was thinking now. Remember now, this was from 1997, so the glue back then, the white glue, might have had a little bit different consistency than what I used today, because I didn't get a super glossy shine. And then, remember, this took a little while to dry. So now it's here, I'll show you. I'll take this apart. So remember this, and then I lightly press this into this, so now it's stuck. And then, look, it's still wet inside, so I'll have to leave it like this, probably put a fan on it and get that to dry. But you can see the glue around the top edge. Overall, it's pretty good. You still get a little dropping of some of the sand particles. There's the inside here if you want to look at that. Check out the pieces. So let me put them back together. It's real simple. This is a fun project. And thanks to everybody that stuck through the whole thing and watched it. Let's give you a real close-up shot now. Look at that. Here, we'll open up his jaw. There you go. So you got to watch. This piece will slip out of the back. I'm guessing this will be probably the longest video in our channel. I mean, when I was chipping away, were you saying, oh, how long is he going to take to chip away at that? And when I was done chipping at it, I thought, oh, man, I would have liked to have chipped some more. It was fun. Seeing it slowly whittle away to the bones. The whole process was fun. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching and supporting Lucky Penny Shop. We really appreciate it. One last close-up. There you go. Let me know in the comments if you like it and you think it's cool. And thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
pick it up.
Thanks for watching.